Today's girl math is that I'm Canadian and I'm going shopping across the border in the States. So I exchanged some money for Americans. So everything I buy today will be free because not only am I paying in cash, but this isn't my currency. So it's like monopoly money. Follow me for more financial advice.
It has come to my attention that a lot of you have girl math a little too close to the sun. I'm gonna need you to come back down to earth immediately.
Y'all want to know what my girl math is? Is if I know I have a date, I'm going to starve myself all freaking day. Because why would I go out my way to go get a meal, lose my appetite when I know I have a date and I'm about to go get a free meal? I'm about to go get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. And I'm going to look skinny before the date? Girl, please.
Immediately. Now. Thank you. What is girl math? Well, according to TikTok and Google, girl math is the logic we use to justify our little spending habits. Some example of girl math is if it's under $10, then it must be free. It's free. If I paid cash for it, then it was free money because my bank balance did not shift or change in any way, shape, or form. So therefore, it was free money.
What is your girl math?
If you have cash money and card money, if you spend the cash one, it doesn't count because it's cash. So it won't fall in your bank account.
If I return an item, then I made money. If I bought an item on sale, I also made money as well. I made money because I didn't have to pay the full price.
What is your girl math?
So if I return something expensive and then buy something cheaper, I technically made money from that.
Girl math. Now, I don't know about you, but I am definitely a culprit. Yes, of girl math. I have used girl math without even knowing that I was using girl math. Like, it has been a huge part of my life that when I started to see videos of girl math on TikTok, I was like, wait, that's a thing? Like, oh, so we're labeling it now. It has a title to it. It's not just something that I do by myself, you know, when I'm trying to make logic of my silly spending habits. It's a real thing that other girls do as well. I felt seen, I felt heard, I felt acknowledged because I was like, it's not just me. I'm not the problem, we're all the problem. And I'm okay with that now. I'm so okay with all of us being the problem together. In all seriousness, I do want to talk about the implications that girl math can have on women. Like, among us, it's something fun that we say. We all know that we're joking around. We don't take it too seriously. It's like a fun inside joke that we all have with one another. But outside of our circle, people take that to be very seriously. They think that women are, you know, financially illiterate. They think that we are bad with money. They think that we don't know what we're doing when it comes to money. So while girl math is something fun that we can all enjoy, we do have to understand that it can have a negative impact on us if not checked. As this trend keeps growing, I think it's worth asking, what does it say about women? And more importantly, is girl math helping us feel more empowered, or is it normalizing bad financial habits? So in this video, we're gonna look at the pros of girl math and how it can be a form of self-expression and joy, as well as the cons and how it can enable us and make us feel very comfortable with overspending. And at the end, we can decide together if girl math is just a fun trend or something we should think twice about. But yeah, I have my iPad here with me. Let's watch some girl math TikTok and make some more financial decisions together. Yay! We probably shouldn't.
Girl math has to be the most convenient thing in the world because I went to Zara today not knowing I was gonna go to Zara and I spent $230, right? But I also came to Sephora because I had to return some stuff and I had to return $190 worth of stuff, right? So $230 minus $190 is about like $40. So basically I only spent $40 in Zara, basically meaning I saved money. Great definition of girl math.
I love this because as she's telling us about girl math, this man is just standing right behind her, probably looking at her like, girl, what is you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I think that's what makes it even more funny. Because to me, she's being very logical. What she said made sense to me. She first did her Sephora return to get her $190 back. And then she went to Zara and her total purchase came up to $230. But because she had the $190, she was then able to put it to her Zara purchase, which was $230, meaning she only spent $40 at Zara. Come on. If that's not the definition of girl math, I don't know what is. So I was reading some of the comments and someone said only spent $40 and had a great time doing it. Absolutely. Someone said the man following you is killing me. Because who are you, sir? Who are you? Get out of her video. Thank you. Someone said makes perfect sense. It does.
This is girl math.
So I bought this purse for $38, which means it was $30.
Round down, not up. Girl math. I spent $200 at one store, but all the other stores we walked into, I didn't buy anything. So when you spread it out, that was good.
You saved money.
I saved money because I walked out of Zara not buying anything.
Yeah, girl math. We went to Sephora and the lady at the cash said that if I spend $20, then I get 500 points, which is $10 off my next purchase. So I made money.
Girl math.
Sephora will definitely get you with that scheme they be having. Talking about if you spend $20, you'll get $10 off your next purchase. Girl, you know I don't need anything more. But yes, give it to me. Add it onto my purchase. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
I bought $20 in scratch tickets and I won $70. So I made $70.
Yeah, you made 70, not 50.
No, because it was cash. No, so it was free.
Girl math.
Girl math.
Now this video has 13.5 million views. 13.5 million views, y'all. And of the 13.5 million people that watched this video, 2.2 million people liked it. Yeah. Someone said no, girl math is if it's $5 or less, then you round down. But if it's 5 or more, you round up. That's what I was always told. So that one, I was a little like, that's their math. Because I was always told if it's $5 or more, you round up. But if it's $5 or less, you round down. So that was a little interesting to me. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with the adaptations. I'm okay with it. Someone said, if I return something for $50 and then buy something for $100, I only paid $50. And then someone said, I'm a girl and I don't get girl math. Girl math for me is if I spend hella money that day, the next day is a new day. It's like a restart. Yesterday didn't happen. That's so true. Someone said, this is rich math, not girl math. Honestly, you're right.
Boyfriend and I are having a disagreement. He wants me to transfer the money that's in my Venmo to my bank account, and I say I don't want to. And my reasoning is that if it stays in my Venmo, $416, which I don't feel like is that much. I feel like if I leave it in there, it's free money, because anytime I need to pay someone, I'm not actually paying them. It's free money. Duh, girl math. And he's like, no, you need to transfer it so you can like accrue interest, whatever. But I'm like, no, like that money's just gonna get passed around anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it there so I don't actually have to pay people because it's free money. Anything else you'd like to add? So let me know if I'm right or if he's right, and I think we all know who's right. It's me.
When I used to have a Cash App account, I would do this a lot. Whenever someone would send me money, I would leave it in my Cash App account. And then if I needed to pay for something, or when someone will request money from me, I would just pay them with my Cash App money. Because to me, I was like, well, it's technically not my money because it's in my Cash App account and it's not in my real account. So I don't feel as bad if I have to give it to someone. Like, it's not really gonna hurt me or bother me in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I definitely understand where she's coming from when she says that, because I have done that many times. I no longer have a Cash App account, but I used to do it. Someone said, as someone who works in banking, I'm on his side. As a girl, I'm on your side. You see, the people get it. The people get it. If something happens to your Venmo account, that money is gone. LOL. I never leave any balance in Venmo. That's honestly true. I would never leave for myself more than $50, but she said she had like $400+ in her Venmo account. That's a little risky. Now that is not smart math at all. I don't care who you are. Don't do that. I think the most you should leave in your, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is like 50 or less, because 400, no ma'am. Someone said, this isn't girl math, this is smart thinking. To me, it is the same as having an emergency fund or a fund or a payment fund. You don't have to worry about when you have to save money. It's already allocated as long as you don't touch it or have anything else. Interesting. I wouldn't call it an emergency fund because I feel like emergency funds have a completely different connotation to it. So this is, I would say, more like a fun fund, like she said. But yeah. Someone said Venmo is not a bank, nor is it insured like one. I can't even let $5 sit in mine. Someone said, I get it, girl math, but as someone who works in corporate banking my whole career, the money in Venmo isn't protected like the money in your bank accounts. So once again, we're getting people saying like, yes, we understand girl math, but this can be a little bit dangerous because Venmo is not protected. So if anything happens to your money, you won't get it back at all.
Me and my best friend were having a conversation about something, and I told her, I said, girl, I think we kind of delulu. She said, we're self-aware and delulu, so it cancels out. I love girl math.
This shows that girl math can be anything. It doesn't have to be money-based or finance. It can be anything. You can make logic of anything through girl math. And I love it because she's absolutely right. I have been delusional before, but I am also self-aware of my delusion. Therefore, it cancels each other out. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm all set. I'm good. I'm good. Trust me.
I have the best Amazon hack. I just did it today and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to share this with all of the girlies. So if you have a ton of stuff in your Amazon cart and you're looking at the total and you're like, there's no way that I can buy all of this. What you're going to do is you're going to take half of the stuff out of your cart and put it into your save for later. And then you're going to buy the other half of the stuff. Just cash it out, half the price. And then the next day, you're going to take the other half of stuff and move it back into your cart and cash that out. Because if you separate it into two different payments, it's not as bad. It's like your own version of Afterpay. So, you're welcome.
I am ashamed to say that the amount of things I have in my Amazon save later is insane. It's insane. I have millions of things saved in my save later that I will probably never buy from Amazon. I just put it there just because. So I am one of those people. I will literally go on any website and put a whole bunch of things in my cart and then realize, oh, I don't have any money. And then just leave, and then I'll come back like months later and it'll still be there, and I'm like, oh, they saved it for me. They really think I have money. I don't. Someone said my save for later is up to like 3.6 million. I think that's all of us at this point. Someone said if you save for later, it will also show you when the price goes down.
I love that we're all loving girl math so much. If you're still confused, it's essentially fun logic. Here's a few more examples. If you buy something with cash, especially if it was found in a pocket and you didn't know you had it, it's free. Girl math. If you return something and the money gets put on a gift card and then you spend the gift card later, also free. Girl math. This is especially fun if you pay for trips in advance. By the time you go on the trip, it's free. Girl math. This even applies when you are calculating a per use. So for like a purse or a shirt, if you buy a $50 t-shirt and you wear that 50 times, it's only $1 per use. Girl math. We get to make the rules.
Someone said if you buy something online and it shows up 1 month later, it's free. It's just a gift from your past self. I love it. This one is pretty interesting. Someone said, I bought my wedding dress a couple years before the wedding. I paid it off before the budget for the rest of the wedding, so free. Girl math is not the only math we have. People are breaking girl math into subcategories. For example, there's black girl math, there's paranoid math, and there's also afterpay math and any other math that you can think of. Let's watch some of them.
I know we all heard about girl math, but what about black girl math? Black girl math is when if I spend 16 hours getting this hair in my head, it's gonna be in my head for 16 weeks at least. I'm not touching my scalp for a hot minute.
As you can see, I'm a black woman, so you can only imagine how much what she just said resonates with me. When I get my hair done, it is staying in my head as long as possible. I'm not playing these games, especially if it was expensive, especially if it took hours to do. Yeah, it's staying in my head for 3 to 4 months, minimum. Someone said I keep mine in for 5 months. Just took my braids out from when I saw Beyonce for her birthday show. Kept mine in for 6 months. Listen, the depression was strong. I feel that honestly.
Black girl math is having to decide your hairstyles well in advance. So for example, spring is a few months from now, but to me it's right around the corner. So I'm having to calculate now what my hairstyle in a few months is going to be so that way I can prepare for it if I need to. If I want to be wearing like knotless braids come March, April, that would mean that I need to stop getting my hair cut, let it grow out for a few months, and then I should have enough length in the back to be able to rock the braids. Or do I want to just keep wearing it short? Like these are decisions that we have to make and we have to prepare for well in advance.
This person said no, seriously, and booking appointments as soon as possible. Some of these hairstylists want you to book an appointment a year in advance. A whole year in advance for them to do your hair. Someone said, I'm currently growing my hair out for my wedding updo. The gag is there's no ring or man in sight. When they do come, I'll be ready. Period.
Welcome to Paranoid Girl Math. Ready? If I'm sitting in my car and someone starts to approach it, they're trying to kidnap me. If I leave a place and there's a car behind me and they are still behind me once I'm halfway to my destination, they're trying to kidnap me. Not a man walking towards my car. If I'm shopping and there's a man behind me when I walk into a women's clothing store, he is trying to kidnap me. If I go to get into my car and there is a van, truck, large vehicle of any sort parked on the driver's side, I'm getting in on the passenger side because there is someone in that vehicle trying to kidnap me. If I'm grocery shopping and there's someone behind me in one aisle and then I go to the other aisle and they are still behind me, they're trying to kidnap me. And if we then walk out of the store at the same time and you're behind me walking in the same direction for too long, you're trying to kidnap me. If there's a knock on my door and I wasn't expecting anyone, plot twist, it's a serial killer.
I think this is something every woman can relate to because, child, it's scary out here. Basically, someone is trying to kidnap me 24/7. Yes. Someone said if he makes eye contact, he's trying to kidnap me. Girl, in my brain, everybody wants to take me. That's so true. That is so true. Oh my goodness.
What is your girl math? I'm not going to pay $20 for shipping. I'm just going to put something else in my cart that's $20 and get shipping for free.
You guys, I'm like really smart now.
Why pay for the shipping cost when you can get another item for free? What's your girl math?
My biggest pet peeve is the fact that we still have to pay for shipping. Why are we still paying for shipping? Shipping should always be free regardless of your amount. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've stopped myself from buying something because of the shipping costs. Why are we still paying for shipping in 2025? Make it make sense. One thing I love about girl math is how women are roping their husbands and boyfriends into understanding what girl math is. It is so hilarious.
Guys, can you help me with this girl math? My wife said that she went to Target and bought something and then asked me how much I thought it was worth. And I said $70. And then she says, no, it was $50.
It was 50.
Okay. And then what'd you say afterwards?
I can spend $20 more because you thought it was 70. So therefore I saved $20.
Because I thought it was worth $70, she has now saved $20. And now she wants to put that $20 to whatever she wants.
Ask any girl.
That's girl math.
Okay, I'll be quite honest. I have never done that kind of girl math. I think that's married math, like where you can like finesse your spouse into giving you more money, because I've never heard of that. But hey, if she has an extra $20 to spend, I'm all for it. I'm here for it. And he owes her $20 now.
Do you know what girl math is?
Yeah, my girlfriend loves it.
Could you give me an example of how she uses it?
So the way she uses it is if I'm paying for it, then it's free, and I pay for everything, so everything's free for her.
Pretty legendary if you ask me. I love it.
Period. That's how it is with me and my boyfriend. He pays and everything's free to me. What's your girl math?
I think this logic only works if you have a partner, because those of us who don't, yeah, we still have to pay for everything ourselves. While girl math can be fun and cheeky, a lot of women are using this opportunity to speak up and bring awareness to some of the social issues that women face in their day-to-day life.
Dr. Martin here. Girl math is having to calculate the likelihood that that person will attack you as a result of turning them down. Girl math is trying to figure out whether that individual is following you because they turn left, 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 and right every single time you did. Girl math is having to calculate the signs when it comes to conflict of whether this person will handle this in a healthy or unhealthy manner. And if so, do you have an exit strategy and a way to get out? Girl math is calculating how many rights have been taken away from you this year by men. Girl math is calculating how many times the middle of your conversation got in the way of the beginning of some other person's conversation.
I wanted to add this video just to show you that girl math has different dynamics to it. Yes, it's lighthearted, it's cheeky, it's fun, but when used properly, we can definitely bring awareness to some of the issues that we as women face in society. And I think this video illustrates the side of girl math that can be really empowering. Someone said girl math is letting loved ones know who and where you'll be on your first date in case you don't make it home. While I love girl math and find myself agreeing and laughing with it, I do think it's important that we also look at the cons of girl math and how it can reinforce stereotypes when it comes to women in finance. With that said, we will look at some TikToks of people who have been opposed to girl math and have basically renounced girl math and want no part of it. And honestly, I can't blame them sometimes.
Let me tell you why the new girl math trend is actually harmful. Well, first of all, it perpetuates negative stereotypes about girls doing math by making it a joke or a mockery and making it look like girls are bad at math. What's boy math? Opening spreadsheets and doing finance? Do I laugh at some of the girl math stuff and totally relate to it? Yes, absolutely. But the harmful part of it here is that we're using the word girl as a proxy for bad math or silly math or illogical math, and we're just making a mockery of girls doing math, and that is not okay with me. I actually have a degree in math. I studied math for 4 years, and academia in the math world is actually really toxic, especially for women. I never wanted to dress too feminine or wear makeup, because if I did, I wasn't taken as seriously. And because I went through those experiences personally, I will not be participating in the girl math trend, and I hope you reject it with me.
In that video, she explains why she wants no part of girl math. She also brings up her experience of being in academia and how that can be a really toxic space for women to be in. And as someone who has a bachelor's in political science and international studies, I can definitely understand where she's coming from. This one person said, I have excelled in math and decision making all my life. I'm also financially responsible, but I still find myself doing girl math. You can be the most logical person on the face of the earth, but we also understand girl math, and that's what makes it so fun. And, you know, not really something to be taken seriously, but we do understand that there are some people who take that very seriously and think that's how they should be making their financial decisions. Someone said, I'm doing my math degree right now, and I get what you're saying. Someone said, OMG, I thought I was the only one who was pissed off by this trend. I'm so tired of silly or dumb things being associated with women. Someone said, it's a term created by women for women. It's about sisterhood. It's not offensive at all. It's a way of explaining sunken costs. It's not actual math.
You know what TikTok trend phenomenon thing really bothers me? Is the term girl math. Get it? Like, it's meant to be light. You can make funny videos saying that you're justifying expensive things by saying that it's girl math. But I think it really does a disservice to women because it implies that girls and women don't have math skills or finance skills. And that perpetuates a decades-long stereotype about women. I know that in my household, I'm the one with the financial acumen. I went to business school. I took finance. I took accounting. I did all the things. I run the finances in our family. And so using terminology like girl math is really a disservice to women all over the world.
Another example of a woman expressing herself on why she thinks girl math can be harmful. Like you heard her, she is the one who manages the finance in her household. For some people, that might be strange because men normally manage the finance in the household, not women. But she is showing you that that's not the case, and how riding this trend in her case can be harmful because that's not her reality.
Don't like the way one, that it's called girl math. I feel like it's very patronizing. It's not helping the stereotype that women are bad with money. It's making us seem really dumb. So if you haven't heard what girl math is, it's essentially justifying a purchase. So if I wear a dress 50 times, it's basically free. Or if I return an item that I bought for $90 and then I buy something for $100, I've only spent the $10. If you can financially afford something, you've saved, you work hard, you know you'll get enjoyment out of something, you don't have to justify it to anyone and be like, ugh, girl math, like, ha ha ha. I don't know if I'm being really hard on this, but it just really frustrated me. I just think that perpetuating this stereotype that women are, or girls, which is so patronizing, are bad with money only harms us all.
I may get hate for this, but do you know what we're not going to do? Use the term girl math. No. For one, girls can do math. And secondly, it just contributes to sexism in like two ways. One is that it perpetuates the belief that women make poor financial decisions. If you make a poor financial decision, it's not because you're a woman. And it goes with the old stereotype that women can't do math. Wrong.
I mean, she's absolutely correct. It does perpetuate negative stereotypes, and that's something that I talked about early on, and it's something that she's also touching on. It's definitely true. There are real people who think that women are bad at finance because of these silly videos on TikTok. I've seen some videos of people responding to it, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're so dumb, they're so ignorant, they know nothing about money. And that's not true. If you make poor financial decisions, it's not because you're a woman, it's because you're you. It's because you're you. You need to handle you. It's not because of your woman. No. So once again, I think that's what people are really trying to get at. It's not that girl math is bad. It's the fact that they're saying girl math. And anytime we bring up girl math, it's always silly math. It's always things that don't make logical sense, that we make logic of. So once again, I understand both sides, and I don't want to shame people who like to do girl math, because there's nothing wrong with it, but we also need to acknowledge that it can reinforce stereotypes that are harmful to women. Once again, I love girl math. I use girl math sometimes. I have nothing against girl math. I do think that as we're using girl math, let's also use real math as well. Let's not forget about the real math. But yeah, those are all the videos I have to show you today. Definitely let me know in the comment section, what are your thoughts and opinions on girl math? Do you use girl math? Do you think girl math is harmful to women? What are your thoughts and opinions? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!